Okay, part of percent yield or yield is knowing the difference between actual yield and theoretical yield. Um, Actual yield, you have to do an experiment and weigh the amount of product produced. There is no way to get an actual yield from any calculation. There is no way to get an actual yield unless you do an actual experiment. So that's what you should remember. Theoretical yield, now that's what you're calculating. That is calculating using stoichiometry. Um, so you're using stoichiometry, and if you do a grams to grams problem and you're figuring out how much product is made, that is a theoretical yield. That does not have any basis in actual fact until you start getting out some test tubes and some beakers. So, and also remember this, it's worth noting that actual yield is almost always smaller than theoretical yield. Very few times are you going to get, usually you're making the wrong substance if you get a actual yield that is larger than your theoretical yield. You've made more than you calculated. That's nigh on impossible unless you've had some reaction going on the side that you didn't know was going. So, percent yield is just this equation right here. It's a actual yield over theoretical yield times 100. And so it's the part divided by the whole. In this case, the whole theoretical is your whole, and actual, which is always going to be less than the theoretical. So the smaller number is on top. And you can just remember that and go 452 divided by 5.22. Or you can actually realize that actual yield over theoretical yield times 100 is the percent yield. So 4.52 divided by 5.22 grams times 100 equals. And it's just straight up a math problem. Um, the thing you need to remember is that on the final exam, it's a multiple choice test. So they're probably going to put both the answers on there. They're going to put 452 over 522, and they're going to put 522 over 452, and you're going to come out with some percentage over 100%. You know that's wrong. So basically, if you can back into the correct way of doing this and knowing that you're going to have a less than 100%, um, you're going to come out okay. 86.6% is what I come up with here. And all I did was divide 4.52 by 5.22. Got this times 100, 86.59. I'm just going to call it 86.6%. I think that's all I think that's all the guidance you need on yield. So when you get done with those guys, show me your sheet